In this tutorial, I am going to discuss binary search algorithm and its implementation using recursive and iterative approach. So in this problem, we have given a sorted integer array. So the array is sorted in ascending order and it consists of n element where n is the size of an array. And also we have given a target value. So we have to write a function to search a target value in an array, and if target value exists then we have to return its index, otherwise we have to return -1. So let's understand this problem statement through multiple examples. So in the first example we have given a sorted array, and this array is sorted in ascending order and the target value is 7. We have to search 7 in this array, and 7 is found at index 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 7 is present at 4th index, so we return its index. Now let's move to the second example. So in the second example we have to search 5 in this array, and 5 is present at index 3. So we have returned its index, which is 3. Now suppose instead of 5 we have to search 1 in this array. So 1 is not present in this array, so in that case we return -1. So now let's see some important points. For this problem, all the elements given in the array are unique, and second is size of array is in the range from 1 to 10,000. So it does not consist more than 10,000 element, and the value of each element in an array will be in the range from -9,999 to 9,999. So this is the problem statement, and now let's discuss how we can solve this problem using iterative and recursive approach. And also in the description box I'll mention some of the most frequently asked questions on binary search. So let's move to the solution. So let's start with the iterative approach first. And before moving to the solution part, let's discuss few important points. So as we know, a binary search works with the sorted array. And in binary search, first we compute the mid. And if target value is found at mid index, we directly return the mid index. Else, if target value is greater than the mid index, then we search in the right half of the array, else we search them in left half of the array, and we continue this process until the element is not found, or the condition which we mentioned while doing this operation is true. So let's visualize this approach. Now suppose given this array, and we have to search 7 in this array. So what we do is we first compute the mid, and for mid we need two values, start and end index. So the value of start is 0 and the value of end is array length -1. So in this case the length of the array is 6, so the value is 5 and the start value is 0. Then we run this loop until this condition is true, until start is less than equal to end. The next step is to compute the mid, and for computing mid we need the value of these two variables, start and end. And in this statement we are computing the mid, and using this value 0 and 5, the value of start is 0 and the value of end is 5, we get the mid, which is 2. So what we have to do, we have to go to the second index. So let me write the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have to go to the second index and check whether the value present at this index is equal to the target value. So the value present at this index is 0 and it is not equal to the target value. So this condition is not true. Now we have to check where we have to search this value 7. So if the value of mid is 0 and the array is sorted, definitely 7 is not found in this, I mean in the left half of the array. It will be found in the right half of the array. If 7 is present in this array, it will be found in the right half of the array. So now the next two conditions are deciding in which half we are searching this value, in which half we have to search this value. So basically now the condition is if the value present at this index is greater than the target value. Is this condition true? No. Is the value present at this index is less than the target value? Yes. So what we have to do is we have to take this start variable and we have to reassign a new value, and the new value is mid plus 1. So it is 3. So we have to start searching from this part to this part. We have to start searching the value 7 from third index to fifth index. So the value of start is 3 and the value of end is 5. So this condition is true, and again we recompute the mid, and this time using this value we get the mid, which is 4. Now we reach at this index 4. We reach at this index 4 and we check the value present at this index is 7, which is equal to the target value. So we return this index, which is 4. So this is how we can solve this problem using binary search. Now let's talk about its time complexity. So its time complexity is big O of log n. And what about its space complexity? Is its space complexity is big O of 1. So now we have seen how we can write its code using iterative approach. Let's see its recursive implementation. We have already discussed binary search and its iterative implementation. Let's see how we can implement them using recursion. So we know in recursion, function will call itself until its base condition is not true. And here the base condition is if start is greater than end, then we have to return simply -1. Else the condition remains same, which we have discussed in the iterative version of binary search. So we compute the mid, we check if the value present at mid index, then return the mid index. Else if the target value is greater than the value present at mid, then we have to search the element in the right half of the array. So I'm talking in terms of in the perspective of mid. So let's say if the computed mid is this and target value is greater than the value present at mid index, then we search in the right half of the array, else we search in the left half of the array, and we keep doing this process until the value is not found or this condition is not true, and we have to search 7 in this array. So let's see what happens when we call this method recursively. So here is the main method, and we have declared written one method which is binary search helper, in which 4 argument is passed. First is the array, second is the target value, then the value of start index and the value of end index, which is array length -1. So we know each function. So in recursion, when function call itself, it will be put in a call stack. So let me draw a call stack so that you can visualize it, how we are searching this value in this array using recursion. Now when this method is called, so let me put them in a call stack. So it will be, let me write in a simple format. So start and end. So start is 0 and end is 5, which is array length -1. Then we check first this condition is checked whether start is greater than end. No. So we compute the mid using this value 0 and 5, and the computed mid is 2. So we reach at this index and we check whether the value present at this index is equal to the target value, which is 7. No. And then we move to this condition, is target value greater than the value present at mid? Yes. So we recursively call this method binary search helper with new parameters. So what are the new parameters? A new parameter in the sense new value of start and end. So nums and target remain as it is. So this is array, this is the target value, and start will be, we have to search in the right half of the array. So we call mid +1 and then this end. So mid +1 means we are passing 3 and 5. So now again we check this condition, is a start is greater than end? No. So we compute the mid and the computed mid is 4. So this function is in pause state, as this function is waiting to get the value from this function call, and we have called this method. And now let's see what method it returns. So whether it return any value, or it will recursively call again this method. So now when we computed the mid, which is 4, and we check what's the value present at the fourth index. So the value present at fourth index is 7, which is equal to the target value. So we return the mid. So this method call, from this method call, we get the value 4. So it will return. So this function has called, this call stack is put when we have called the method binary search helper through this method call. So now it will get the value, which is 4. So it will return to this method, and this method will return the final value, which is 4. So we have found the target value at fourth index, and when the method returns the value, it will be popped out from the call stack. So we get the final answer, final index, which is 4, and this value is present at fourth index. Now let's talk about its time and space complexity. So its time complexity is big O of log n. So in this tutorial, I have discussed how binary search works and its iterative and recursive implementation. So that's it for this video tutorial. For more such programming videos, you can subscribe our YouTube channel. You can visit our website, which is https://webrewrite.com. Thanks for watching this video.